Greetings, friends. You are tuned in to We Own This Town Music, the podcast for showcasing new and notable music from Nashville and surrounding areas. I'm your host, Michael Eads, and this is volume 250. This show is part of We Own This Town, a podcast network focused on entertainment and documentary content brought to you by Nashvillians. Look us up at weownthistown.net and follow us at We Own This Town on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook to get updates about all of the latest episodes from every show across the network. We've got a mailing list over on our website, weownthistown.net, to get a weekly reminder about all of our releases. Folks, I'm just going to jump right in here to this week's episode because we've got a very special one. As you can tell from the episode title, we're going to chat with Negro Justice. I encountered his work on a Bandcamp Friday back in June of 2020 with the release of The Stimulus EP, and he's been consistently releasing really compelling work ever since then. I mean, probably before then as well, but that's when I started paying attention. There is the second Stimulus package EP, the conceptual To Ronin, a short story EP, the Father Figure EP, singles like Flypaper with Zach Coffey, Uncle Nearest, Dutch Master's Thesis with Jukebox, the excellent Gorillaz cover of Clint Eastwood with Trip God For Real, a number of guest spots on releases like The Soul in the Ville, a collab single under the name Prince Edward, and most recently, a collab EP with Gee Slab called Resplendent. That's since June of 2020, and I am positive I am missing quite a bit of credits in between then and now. It's an astonishing quantity of work, and I can personally attest to the quality of it. So, before we talk to him about all of that, let's hear a track from that new collab EP, Resplendent. This track is called No Introduction. Seems apt.
Niggas emailing me. If ain't an invoice, don't email me shit. Wrong without shit. Or beats. I'm stepping in this bitch looking like a leader. My folks fucking with that white bitch like jungle fever. I need my Peter. I'm fly as Peter. It's panning out and they'll never blow my candle out. Peeking through the shadows of the spectrum. Read between the lines, take a page about my lesson. This a section that I'm ripping, it ain't never over. This case closer, know the smell of dope and baking soda. Before Corona wore a mask when they made the potion. This is hieroglyphics, don't you get the picture? This country dick make a bitch lead the biggest city. And I ain't bragging, I'm just reminiscing. This ain't a rap song, this a intermission. Told them niggas what the business was. Took his money, put my finger in his bitch's butt. I only did it cause I can, dawg. On the pitch, I'm resplendent with the handoff.
Now what you hearing is two niggas need no introduction.
Not one.
Two niggas need no introduction.
Not at all.
Two niggas need no introduction.
Not at all.
But we gon' do it anyway. This beat came out the same moves as the Ninja Turtles. Radical. This shit is grimy as fuck. Legal tender exchange, now we adding it up. Chicken tenders and things, now we packing them up. There's plenty room for bitch niggas in the back of the truck, and you can resemble a package if you acting all tough. Had a moment of clairvoyance. I know what's coming next. My best foot forward, plant it right on your neck. How's that for a role reversal? Show a nigga respect. I'm finna sign right here by this line on the check. A lot of niggas is flogging, I'ma make them correct. And I already told y'all what I'll do to protect. You give a nigga no options, you should know what come next. Is jail better than chalk residue outlining my flesh? Now what you hearing is
Two
two niggas need no introduction.
Not one.
Two niggas need no introduction.
Not at all.
Two niggas need no introduction.
Not at all.
But we gon' do it anyway.
All right, everybody, that was No Introduction from Negro Justice and Gee Slab off of the brand new Resplendent EP, available now everywhere. And we are fortunate enough to have Negro Justice himself joining us here in the studio.
Man, look at this.
Thank you.
I love it,
Welcome.
man. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, we're both vaccinated, and we
Yes.
get to sit across from one another.
I shook his hand when I got here, man. Like, that felt great.
It did. Man, the first handshake I gave, I was kind of weirded out. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I haven't done that in a year.
You look at your hand like like Booker T, like what have I done?
So we talked about all these releases that you've had since June and more before that, but that's just where I sort of tuned in. But I would love to just sort of hear about this Resplendent EP and how it kind of, how did that happen? How did that come together?
Man. Okay. So, well, Slab is the homie first and foremost. Like that's my man. And so, obviously we have just been friends outside of music for, I want to say like 4 or 5 years now, like the time, because we met back at, I don't know if you know about the Set. There was a series, it's like a series of events, house party type vibe. They would do like DJs, people would perform, people would be doing music or art live, food trucks, just the whole thing. And so we met out back at the Set, man. I was over there smashing some chicken wings or something, and he was like, "Hey, what's up, bro?" And dapped him up, and then that was that. And so ever since then, he just been the homie. And then finally was able to like sync our schedules up about a year or two ago, or about 2.5 years ago, to where we could kick it. And so he actually came over to my house with Ace, who's on the Soul in the Ville.
Yeah.
He's on that project, and he's a good friend of Slab's. He came over, we just chilled, played some games, and that was it. And so I started working, like I started really grinding on my music around that. It was probably about around the time you tuned in, like with the first stimulus. And so Slab had been following my music and stuff, and he did a feature for me on the second stimulus package. And I was like, bro, I wanna rap with this man. Like I wanna rap with him, like, cause we both like are like nerds about rap. Like you wouldn't think that, but like Slab's a rap nerd, man. So I just, on a whim, I was sitting in my office one day, I was writing, and I don't know if I thought of a line or I thought of this idea for this project called 3-Piece. And it was gonna be me and Slab. I was like, let's do 3-Piece, like 3-piece chicken from Popeyes, but let's do actually 4 songs, and the 4th song is called "And a Biscuit." So I was like, let's do the 3-piece and a biscuit. You know what I'm saying? So I text him, and all he said was, "Let's do it." Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we actually, so we got together, we started working, we started shopping around for beats. We were working on the project, we're writing the project. And over the course of us doing that, I don't know how, so I can tell you where the word resplendent came from. I can't tell you how I brought it up in conversation. So it came, as we were talking about before the interview, I'm a big gamer nerd, and so there's this game I play called Nioh, Nioh. It's a they call it a Souls like a Masocore. It's like extremely difficult but very rewarding because it's so difficult and like you die real quick, and it's just over the top crazy, and it's set in like samurai feudal Japan, one of my favorite eras. Yeah. And so there's a guy that, so one of the things you do is you collect loot, right? So you get, like, in this case, you find teacups. You find teacups as you're adventuring through the game, and you take them to this guy, and his name is Hisahide, and he appraises them for you. And when he appraises them, sometimes if the teacup is really good, really valuable, he'll be like, this is quite resplendent, but he'll be saying it in Japanese. And so you go and I go and look up the definition of resplendent, and then it's like richly colorful and sumptuous. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like, you know, you look at the cover art, you know, that's what you think this Renaissance, like. And so somehow that came up while he was at my house. We were working on the project, and he was like, the word of the day right there, boy. He was like, that might be the name of the project, if I'm being honest with you. I was like, bro, come on, man. No. And I was like, I tell you what, we'll put it on the board, and if it sticks, it sticks. Right. And you see what the result was. I was like, I wrote it down in my notes, because like when I write production notes too. So I'm like, okay, make my voice deep right here. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And so I just wrote Resplendent in there. Yeah. And there it is.
Man, 3-piece and a biscuit is pretty incredible title, but Resplendent is pretty next level. I think you went with the right choice.
I think we did too.
And I think we did too. That artwork is, I mean, it's phenomenal.
Shouts out to the homie. That's my homeboy, Andrew Johnston. He's an artist, graphic designer. He's a friend that I know through competitive fighting games. Oh, nice. He's just in Clarksville. I'm like putting all his business out there, but I'm trying to promote his art. You know what I'm saying? Because his social is just his name, Andrew Johnston, on Twitter. But I knew him through fighting games. I hit him up because we had a cover ready for it, and an artist I found on Twitter, and she did an incredible job. And then he just like sent me like part of that design, right? Mm-hmm. And I sent it to Slab, and he was like, he might need to do the cover. Like, he was like, I was like, oh, it was one of the things I was thinking it, but I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to make it real yet.
Yeah.
Because I loved the cover we had, but then I was like, the more I sat with it, and when I saw like the details and everything he put in it, I was like, he knocked it out of the park, and everyone's loving the artwork. Like, there's been like random people, organic fans that I've made like through Facebook or whatever, that were just like, yo, this artwork is sick. Like, I'm gonna check this out just because of the artwork. I'm like, dude, like, I texted my homie, I was like, man, you killed it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, with just like, I browse Bandcamp a ton just looking for stuff, and if something has interesting artwork, I'm in.
It at least makes you pause.
Yeah, for sure. And that is absolutely one of them. I'm curious more about the recording and the writing process of that EP, the Resplendent EP, like, because it's not a one-trick pony. Like, each track, there's only 4 tracks, but each one is pretty different.
Right.
Like, how did you go about the beat selection? Like, are you finding those and licensing them? Are you writing them yourself? Is it a little bit of both? Like, how does the music and the lyrical process work and all that? I'm just really curious.
Well, so one thing that I think all great like collaborations and duos have done well, especially hip hop, is me and Slab wrote all the songs together.
Okay.
And so like at least me and Slab both, we always are writing, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's just with me, even if it's just like a snippet or two, a bar here and there, I'm always thinking of music. I'm like, I'll drive past like a fence post or something and be thinking what rhymes with fence post, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
My wife's just driving, minding her business. I'm like, what rhymes with fence post? Like, you know. But so that was the thing, was we wrote it together though. The majority, like the bulk of those tracks we wrote together, and there were actually 3 of them, tracks 1, 2, and 4 were all done by Burm, who's a Nashville producer.
Okay.
And track 3 was done by Cuttah. And so that was kind of like an all in-house thing. Like, it was like the homies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So they just send you like a batch of beats?
That's the thing. So they'll send a batch, and then I'll pick a couple, like, you know, and usually because they're the homies, like, they'll throw me a deal, or like maybe they'll throw in an extra beat or something. But it's a mix of like, you know, doing some stuff for free and paying for some stuff, and that's both ways. Sure. Like, maybe they got a beat they want me to jump on. It's like, no problem, you know. Right. So it kind of goes both ways, and then me, like, I'm pretty sure me and Slab picked all the beats together as well, because I know we got on a Zoom call with Cuttah at one point. I can't remember if that's when he played us the Bought It Off the Lot beat or not, but yeah, it was just a matter of us picking all those beats together. And then as far as the recording process, that was crazy. That was a ton of fun, and it was like this massive buildup, right? Because Slab had messaged me and said, hey, I might be able to get us some studio time over at Eastside Manor, where one of the spots I record. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, cool. And so over the course of time, we were trying to like hammer out a date and everything. And so we got a weekend open where we could go and just work on this all weekend. And so my excitement level was like through the roof. Like, I could, like, my level, I was reciting my verses every day. Like, I was performing them, you know what I'm saying?
Totally.
And so I was just a ball of energy the entire time. I go in the studio, and like, I don't sit down all day. I'm just walking around, like, I'm taking pictures, or like I'm bopping up and down and playing a beat or something. And so we literally went in and recorded the whole thing in one day.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think we went in on a Friday, because I think I either took off work or took a half day, and we just went to the studio, and we was in there for like the rest of the day, and we just knocked that joint out. And then we went back, I think it was that Sunday, and just worked on mixes. Yeah. So that's when I met Aaron Deathridge, the studio manager over at Eastside Manor. And Aaron is a monster. He is a beast. He does it all. And like, he's one of these guys that has a lot of good ideas, but also can execute them. And that's what's important. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, and so he like hit the Gorillaz cover was all his idea.
Okay.
Like, all the, and we're working on more of those, by the way.
I can't wait.
You didn't hear that from me. But yeah, so he does beats, he does engineering, like, so he said recorded, mixed, and mastered by Aaron Detheridge at Eastside Manor Studios, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love typing that every time. Like, every Instagram post when I was putting it on Bandcamp, I was like, all tracks recorded, mixed, and mastered by, you know what I'm saying? Like, it filled me with so much pride. There's so much pride to do that. And so he, between working on all the 6-1 Tribe stuff and all the content we wanted to put out, he was finishing up those mixes and those masters. And when he got, like, it was crazy because I'd heard the music so many times, but when I got the final masters, it was like a new thing. Like, I texted Slab, I was like, this shit is crazy, bro. I was like, I'm not, trying to be
proud.
You know what I'm saying?
Proud.
You know what I'm saying? But I was like, this shit is actually crazy, dude. And he was like, this is special, bro. Like, it's special. And so,
no, it totally is. It absolutely. And to learn that you recorded that in a weekend and mixed it pretty much in a week, it makes it even more special. Like, that's bonkers. That's wild.
We had a blast, man.
I believe it. Man, there's a lot of different tangents we can go in here. A lot of areas that I want to investigate, but I want to back up just a little, real quick, and just like, what's your general history? Like, are you from Nashville originally? How did you get into hip hop? Like, your Bandcamp page goes back to 2018, but were you making stuff prior to that? That's a lot of questions.
No, it's all good. The answer to that last question is yes. I was making stuff prior to that, but it was nothing that I was releasing or anything. It was just like me recording in like Audacity or like whatever the free one is. And just getting beats either from the internet or ones that, like, I won't say throwaways, but ones homies that made beats that they weren't using that they were willing to slide me to free or whatever. For years prior to that, I was writing, and so, like, I didn't even start, like, recording music until about, so you said 2018 on my Bandcamp, so it's probably about 2017.
Okay.
It's probably about 2017 when I started actually recording music, but I was writing for a long time before that. I say all the time, my best friend, she's the MVP, because I would, like, write my little raps and send them to her and be like, hey, what do you think about this? Like, you know what I mean? It was like, and looking back, I was like, it was some garbage ass raps, bro. But she would read it and be like, hey, yeah, that's cool, man. Or, she would give me feedback. And so, like, motivate me to, like, want to keep doing it or whatever. Because I've always been passionate about music. I've always been passionate about hip hop. But I never thought, like, I don't have a musical family or anything. Like, I have a little bit of a musical background. I played trumpet in middle school. But the nature of me being, like, I was a beat head. Like, I could listen to any track and be like, yo, Pharrell produced that, or like,
oh wow,
Timbaland produced that, or whatever. I was a beat head. I wanted to make beats, but then, like, the way it worked out, I just ended up picking the pen up instead. You know.
Yeah.
And so I started writing, like I said, and then finally started recording about 2017. And once I got confident, I was recording. I had a little janky studio I set up at home. We called my house the Lily Pad, and I recorded little jank ass raps on my computer.
Yeah. You got to start somewhere.
And that was it.
Yeah.
And that was it. And I was really nervous about it the first time I did it. I was so nervous, but as soon as the seal was broken, I was like in there. Like I was recording and like about to have a panic attack, and then I heard myself back. And I immediately wanted to go record again and make it sound better. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I got bit by the bug. You know what I'm saying?
If you'd been writing for years and not recording, I imagine that is very anxious. Like, I'm finally going to put this, I'm going to record
it's like
this.
Becoming real. And then it was like my friends were over there, and it's like my best friends, but I was still like nervous as hell.
Sure.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the worst audience to do it in front of.
Right. It's like, oh man. Yeah. But no, they would keep it 100 with me though. So that was always helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, going back, the track that's up, Smooth Voodoo, is, I definitely, you've clearly changed over time since then. But you can listen to that first track from 2018, and there's magic in that track. You can hear it in there. Like your production and the quality of the recordings have definitely improved.
Oh, yeah.
But there's something there. So it's really fascinating to be able to go back and just hear that kind of origin, I guess.
It is, man. It's for me as much as you, I promise. It's like, It's funny because the way me and Calcutta linked up was we were both in a Discord server for a hip hop, anime, and gaming group. And I posted my music in there, and that's that was before we linked, so that was before like Stimulus or any of Two Ronin or any of that.
Yeah.
And so he heard that project, my very first project, the Negro Justice EP, and he liked it, and he was like, yo, that's tight, da da da. So we started talking like one-on-one, and that was it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and it was just him on a whim, and then this stuff that I've come so far from, he liked it. Just the fact that he liked it, we like bonded over that, and he was like, yo, let's work. And that was it, man.
That's awesome. It's a really good segue too to a question that I really wanted to get at. Your Twitter bio says, I rap good, I do nerd shit. Mm-hmm. That's your Twitter bio. Mm-hmm. You seem very comfortable in like your interests in gaming, like arcade gaming, competitive fighting, anime, and quote unquote nerd shit.
Yeah.
I think that authenticity really comes out in your lyrics and in your music, and there's that comfort is huge. It's huge that you're cool with all that. Was there ever a time where you were like, oh, I don't know if I should rap about these things that I'm into, because like it is sort of like, it's not, I don't know, there's something masculine about a lot of hip hop that's like, oh, I'm not into games, I'm not into this or that. Like, I don't know. There's an authenticity to it that's really, I mean, it's great. And it really makes the music incredible because it's very you.
Yeah. I appreciate you saying that. So yeah, there was, cause like, you don't want to get boxed into like, oh, this dude does like nerdcore or something. You know what I'm saying? Like he's rapping about. So I really wanted to like make it cool. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I know it's nerdy shit, but it can be cool too. Like me being able to whoop your ass in Street Fighter is pretty cool. Like,
that's
you know what I'm
cool.
saying? Like
Totally.
I could and do it handily. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I think it's,
not you, the royal you.
No,
I'm talking about,
totally.
you know what I'm saying?
No, you could whip my ass in Street Fighter for sure. I haven't played since Street Fighter 2 Turbo, maybe. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
But I think looking at like the origin of Resplendent, that word Resplendent
came from a video game
about teacups.
Yeah.
Not about teacups, but right. It broadened your horizon in a way that you would have never gotten if you just like, I'm going to play this impossibly hard game, or judge these teacups kind of thing. My point is, I really respect that you write about those things. And I think it's given you this freedom to also write about really important and hard issues too, because we were talking outside before we came in here about like, talking about the first black-owned business downtown is Slim and Huskies, and that's like insane. Yeah, and you are not afraid to talk about those types of topics in your lyrics. And there's a very interesting balance between the quote-unquote nerd shit and then the like real heavy shit. Yeah, do you do that consciously? Or is it just like, those are clearly important issues to talk about? Yeah. So. Yeah,
no, for sure, because I like the fact that I can make those kind of references, like make some kind of nerdy reference or do something, and then turn around and like a couple bars later, hit you with something right to the gut region. You know what I mean? I did want to say too, like with the music being really therapeutic for me, it helped me. Like talking about that stuff helped me like come to terms with that in my own personality. You know, it's like he's into all the nerdy shit, but it's like, who cares, dude? Yeah. And so I put it, I kind of put it front and center. I wore it on my sleeve. So it's like, I'm 34, man. Like I didn't start figuring myself out till I was damn near 30. And then like, that's when I started rapping. So you know what I'm saying? So it all kind of manifested itself, man.
Well, it's funny that, in the younger days, way back, like being into nerdy shit was so like, it was a bad thing.
It was like faux pas. Yeah,
but now it's like,
is that the right term?
Faux pas? It's a faux pas. It wasn't cool. Like now it's, I mean, it's complete. I don't know if it's cool, but it's definitely accepted.
Oh, it's cool.
It's
yeah. No.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna make sure of that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you're like way into indie games on the Switch,
oh, dude,
that's
easy.
Yeah.
That's easy money.
But if you told people like, I don't know, 15 years ago, you're like, I'm really into independent video games, they'd be like, what? Yeah. You're into indie games? What is that?
It always makes me think there's a meme, dude. there's a little, it's a Spider-Man comic, panel from a Spider-Man comic, and there's a little kid crossing the street. He's got headphones in. He's like looking at his Game Boy or his whatever, his little portable device. He's like unaware, and a bus is about to hit him, and it's a bus full of people, and Spider-Man stopping the bus, and then like the captions of all the people on the bus are like, you like cartoons? What the fuck is that, you nerd? Get the hell out. And Spider-Man's like like protecting the kid. Like it was like hood dudes that like anime are Spider-Man, you know what I'm saying? Like it always trips me out, man. It's one of those I can always see and crack up.
Oh man, that's amazing. I'd love to hear a little more about some of your collabs as well. You talked about the 6-1 Tribe Gorillaz cover. I hope everyone listening to this has heard that. It's been on a previous episode. We wrote about it on the site. It's incredible. It's like pitch perfect of a cover, but it's also unique, which is like so hard to do.
Yeah.
Like you're either going to screw it up real bad or just make the original again.
Right. And that was the thing. So when we was recording it, Aaron actually had the lyrics on the screen, right? So I kind of had the verses half memorized, but not really. So I told him to play Dell's track in my headphones because he rebuilt the beat from scratch. Like there's like tutorials and stuff to show you how to do that.
Yeah.
So he rebuilt, and he did a great job. Like he rebuilt the beat from scratch, and then something about the timing didn't line up, but he fixed it because he's a G. But like he had Dell's vocals in my headphones too. So like I was kind of pitch matching, I guess, if you want to say, but like I was still like doing it how I would do it with my like vocal tones and stuff. So I think it worked out pretty good. But
yeah, it's great. And I think it's a pretty brilliant release methodology too. Like here's a cover featuring these two people, and here are two original songs from those people. Yeah. So like, oh, I love this cover. What else have they done?
Yeah,
you're in it.
It's right there.
Yeah,
yep.
I mean, so good.
Trip needs to put that. I messaged him on Instagram. I said, "Dude, you need to put 2021 on streaming or Bandcamp or something." So
yeah, for sure.
I was like, I need to have that, like,
right,
like when I'm out.
Yeah. I had to like rip that off YouTube. I think wasn't proud of it, but I had to do it.
Listen, look, because we know as soon as it goes on Bandcamp, we gonna get the email notification. Michael has, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta get it, man. Gotta get it.
So.
I wanted to hear about the Prince Edward project as well, and I really want to know if there's going to be more of it.
Oh man,
that's you and your cousin, is that right?
Yeah, I love talking about this.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's me and my cousin Chan Tate. So he's the one on Minnesota. He's the only feature on Resplendent. So Chan is gonna be 20 in August.
What? He's 19? He's
19.
Okay.
Yeah. We recorded it last year, the year before. Like he was, when we first started rapping together, he was 15, like he says on the song. I was only 15, but so there's 7 of our cousins, right? And we're very close. We grew up pretty much as siblings more so than cousins. Like a couple of them live in Kentucky, a couple of them live here, a couple of them live in Virginia. But when we were younger, we were all very close and tight knit. We came up together. And so even though I'm the oldest and he's the youngest of the group of cousins, we have a lot of overlap in especially like the type of music and like hip hop that we like.
Right.
And so we started rapping together. It was like, it didn't make sense on paper, but I guess the fact of us being cousins or like that dynamic, like it worked. And he's such an incredible talent that it makes my job easy in the duo. Cause I'm just like, bro, let me get in here and do a little something. And then I just tee him up and he just goes off, man. Right. He's like a freak. He comes in, like he raps already mixed. Like people get done. They're like, oh, he's like, he still do a little bit of stuff to it, but like his voice is crazy, what he can do and his range, man. So yeah, the short answer is yes, there is more Prince Edward stuff coming.
Cool.
So we basically been working on our first project the entire time I've been rapping. And he's been doing some solo stuff. He does some R&B stuff that's tight that you can check out. That is completely different. Like his solo stuff sounds completely different than what we do together.
Okay.
So it's like he knows how to lock in. You know what I'm saying? We've got a few songs recorded. We're just kind of stacking songs right now, really, and then seeing like what we want to put together in a project and release. But that was the first offer. We wanted to get that out.
Yeah, it's great. I very much look forward to more of it.
Yeah, man.
I think I ran across that on a Bandcamp Friday one time, which I think is basically the history I have with Negro Justice. Is all these Bandcamp Fridays.
Yeah, man, I was capitalizing on those Bandcamp Fridays in pandemic, man.
Well, it's really interesting to me because I feel like you are one of the very few hip hop artists in town that really embrace Bandcamp.
Yeah.
There are other Gee Slabs doing a good job with it for sure. I can totally rattle off more artists that are on there. Like Ro Marquez is doing it. Brian Brown's on there. Like lots of people are doing it, but I feel like you're really capitalized.
Yeah.
Like Gee Slab's EP coming out early, pretty brilliant. But why aren't all Nashville hip hop artists leveraging it?
I don't.
I'm going to make you answer for everyone.
Yeah, no, but I think I feel all right about this because I've been trying to evangelize about Bandcamp a little bit, and I think that's why like I'll take a little bit of credit for Slab using it more because I kind of pushed it to him. I was like, yo, bro, I did pretty good, I'm just a up and coming indie rapper from Nashville. I made such and such off of Bandcamp Friday, but I really think they aren't as aware and like aren't as aware of the model because like I've reached out to a couple guys and been like, yo, bro, y'all need to get on this Bandcamp Friday, like, because y'all got some established like fan base here, like y'all could do, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So I honestly think it's just like ignorance either of it existing or just what they can do with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, ignorance is like not a bad word. You just don't know.
Right. Yeah, that gets a bad connotation, but that's not. I'm not saying like them fools ignorant, boy. They don't know about that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
yeah. I just think about it's amazing to have 10,000 plays on Spotify. Like that's such a great thing to accomplish. But if you get 100 people to buy from you, that's way more like directly in your pocket.
That's exactly what it is. Bandcamp does the Bandcamp Fridays, where they waive their revenue share, right? But even if it's not Bandcamp Friday, they're only taking 15%.
Right.
So if you got an estate, like I look at it as like if I go to someone's Twitter page and they've got 20,000 followers and all of them, every 20,000 of them paid $5 for my album on Bandcamp.
Right.
Bruh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think I retweeted something the other day where a guy tweeted and said, buying an artist's album on Bandcamp is the equivalent of, for like the average price or whatever, is the equivalent of streaming their music every day for like 3 years.
I believe it.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And I tell people, one of my homegirls, she was like, because she was trying to figure out how to use her Bandcamp because she wants to support my music. And I was like explaining to her how to use Bandcamp. Yeah. I'm like, look, if you buy this, you own it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You own it. So it's like if the world goes crazy and Spotify goes belly up, Apple goes belly up, damn it, you'll still have Resplendent on your phone. Totally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I preach it, man. I'm all about it.
Well, I definitely appreciate it. I mean, as just someone that's putting together the We Own This Town music show every week, it's so helpful to be able to go to Bandcamp and purchase it directly and know that I'm giving the artist money.
Yeah.
You're
putting it directly in there.
Yeah, a lot of hip hop artists like, oh, I see a new release on Instagram, like this looks incredible. The preview is so good. I'm excited for it. And then I have to go to like Amazon and buy it, which I'm happy to do, but I know that the split on the money there is not in favor of the artist. So, and I don't know. I've just been evangelizing Bandcamp for a really long time, particularly.
More people that know.
I know.
The more people that know, the better.
So, that was my little offshoot about Bandcamp.
As a consumer and as an artist.
Yeah, for
Both.
sure. Well, I would love to hear what's next, because I'm curious if I know there's more Prince Edward. There's going to be more covers. Shh. No, don't tell.
Yeah, you didn't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody.
But what is coming up? Are you going to be able to keep this pace up?
Man,
I think you are.
I welcome the challenge, bro, because I love to rap.
Yeah.
Like, it's just it, man. I love it. And I love, like, I'm a student of it. I love all the aspects of it. And I love creating it, man. Like, I think I said a line on Inez, like, one of my favorite artists from Houston, Fat Tony, one of his biggest songs, he said, I used to get stoned and listen to songs. Now I get stoned to make my own. He was like, and I said, I'm trying to get like him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And so, but anyways, to answer your question, next, like, immediate foreseeable future is a video for Dutch Master's thesis.
Nice.
Very excited about that, and I'm shooting that with All Eyes, Slab's videographer. He's been doing all his videos for like the last 3 years. He did the
short film that Gee Slab put out.
Triple Beam.
Oh.
I could not. Yeah, he did that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so he's doing the video for Dutch Master. He did the video for 2021. Trip God.
Oh yeah, also great.
Very excited. So I'm very excited to do that with him. And then beyond that, I know Aaron really wants to do a record with Calcutta. Aaron wants to like get Calcutta out here and like have him stay in the studio and like just cook up some stuff.
Nice.
So we might try to make that happen too. And then another Gee Slab might want to do Resplendent too.
Oh.
He might want to do that for next year. That might have been his idea. He might have text messaged me on my cellular device about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
exciting.
That's exciting. Yeah.
I imagine just based on what you've put out since June of 2020 that there'll be singles in there. There'll be other stuff in there and features galore, I imagine. So that's extremely exciting. Man, I'm so happy to have found your work and just become super familiar with it, and literally every release is leveling up.
Yeah, that's the goal too, right? That's the goal. That's like the anime shit, man. That's like
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When a Saiyan gets defeated in battle, they get stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like, like every time I do something, I want to come harder, bro. I want to come with more force, more power, more energy, man. Like every time. So I appreciate that you noticed that. You know what I'm saying? Like I appreciate that you noticed that I'm really grinding and trying to like level it up each time. So
No, for sure. It definitely shows, and I can't wait to hear the next stuff. It's going to be so good.
Me either.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Is there anything
problem,
else
dude.
you want to plug? We got, you're on Twitter at Negro Justice. You're on
Negro
Instagram
Justice.
at Negro_Justice.
Justice. Some fool. I don't know. We're not going to talk about that. But it's an underscore on Instagram. Yeah. Negro Justice 87 at Bandcamp. There's a Prince Edward Bandcamp. I know this is the only song up there right now, but you can follow us. So that's the other thing, is you get notified on all new releases when you follow an artist on Bandcamp.
Yep.
That's it, man. Everyone I shouted out that I mentioned in the interview, Slab, Aaron Deathridge over at Eastside Manor. Follow Eastside Manor Studios, ESM Studios on Instagram and Twitter, I believe. Follow Aaron, pay Aaron some money to record some music at the studio. And follow my cousin Chandler Burnham on Twitter, AO Chan, I think.
We'll link it in the episode description. Episode description will have it.
We got it, man. We got you guys covered, man.
Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man. Hold up, there is one other thing I wanted to say, man. I appreciate so much that you can say my rap name without any issue, bro.
Why?
Because
do people hesitate?
People hesitate, man. And I tell them, like, especially white folks.
Sure.
They get a little uncomfortable, but I let them know, man, there's nothing wrong with that word. It's like, just think about the United Negro College Fund. A mine is a terrible thing to waste. We're not going for any hard R's, anything abrasive. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Hip hop is for everybody. Negro Justice is for everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to say I appreciate that. Every time on the pods, he'd be like, next up, Negro Job. You're like, yes. Man. Yes. You also just named the episode right there. Hip hop is for everybody. Negro Justice is for everybody. Hey. Oh, man. We did it. We did it. I can play some more tracks on the way out. I think that would give people a good sampler of what you're up to. So I'll sampler platter. I'll pick some stuff. Probably Dutch Masters thesis, maybe something from Two Ronin. And I'll probably go way back to the Stimulus EP as well and play that first song that kind of introduced me to the whole thing, which hopefully others will use that as an introduction. Which one was that? Well. Which one was that? I mean, I think it's track 1 of the Stimulus EP. It's the intro going into Blade 2. So Blade. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. All right, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Cool. Hey, nigga, hold up. We finna go live, bro. We finna go live. Put that shit out. Actually, hold on. Let me hit it one time before you put it out. Hold on. Good evening, everyone. We are interrupting this broadcast of Shinobi, the life and times of Joe Musashi with some breaking news.
In an unprecedented and historic turn of events, the United States government has devised a plan to fund a real economic stimulus package. Enter the $3 bill. Emblazoned with the image of Nashville, Tennessee's own Negro Justice, these bills will, quote, carry the energy and power of every person of color, their ancestors, and every ally that stood beside them. Their liquidity and spending power will be unparalleled. More as this develops. Sending it back to you in the studio.
That boy Justice, something else.
I heated the blunt to a comfortable 65 degrees, taking inventory of everything that I've achieved. You ain't stopping me. Open your eyes and see that I got nothing to hide, cause I wear it on my sleeve. That's why it's bloodshot eyes behind the frames, man. I guess some things just never change, man. Ain't acting out of pocket, just trying to maintain, man. It's one of them days I just wanna burn sage, and I wanna just fade into the sunset. I confess, but auntie will whoop my ass. My little cousin don't pass his drug test. Like, you ain't too old for a whooping, little nigga. Your ass ain't too grown to put my foot in, little nigga. Learn the hard way that the proof is in the pudding, little nigga. Have your lady call me pudding like she was Harley, little nigga. I hit the button like go gadget. My chain steady clutching my chest. It's asthmatic like take my breath away until it's nothing left to say. Yo, R.I.P. George Floyd, justice for George Floyd. Okay. I got my dad's physique, been known to light the gas, take a hit, then take my ass to sleep. Use the EBT, cop some Rillos and some CBD. I bought a pack of Skittles, cop Blade 2 on DVD. Spit rhymes on the beat till song complete. Export to MP3, my well is never dry. It's impossible to empty me. It's been so damn long since they played a song on MTV. Like, why don't they play music no more?
November came in and brought a reprieve from the summer heat. I'm walking 10 toes down, keeping the ground up under me. A lot of niggas wannabes, they wanna be one of me, but ain't nothing but one of me, so you gon' be a son to me. Illuminate the darkness, don't take the light from the sun to see. I'm stomping lame niggas, gon' be hard to get from under me. My rap's timeless, yours come with limited warranty. I rhyme exciting, you motherfuckers be boring me. Was in the mud, I clawed my way out that bitch. No matter the amount of stamina, you can't outlast this. I've been known to utter a few phrases that's outlandish. So if you moving like a snake, you gon' get found out quick.
Blaze to the grass. People be hating, I made it at last. Thou shall not pass. I do it for all of my loved ones that passed. Feeling like Bruce Lee. How you be saying these lies so loosely? You ain't the truth, see. Feeling badass like Joey or Boosie. I cannot foul. I cannot foul. I train for this, I'm made for this. I train for this, I'm made for this. I cannot foul. I cannot foul. I train for this, I'm made for this. I train for this, I'm made for this.
Warrior without a master, fuck a master, kill them bastards. They don't get another chapter, they won't ever be a factor. Smoking on hashish at home, trying to smoke in peace. And if you came across a real nigga, they probably was kin to me. Look up to me like I'm real, they wanna be kin to me. Just came down off the mountain, money counting in Tennessee. Crown him king of the town, Mr. Brown, that gave him a key. Another step towards the greatness that I was destined to be.
I train for this, I'm made for this. I train for this, I'm made for this. I cannot foul. I cannot foul. I cannot foul.
Two Ronin, baby. Yeah. A short story, you know what I'm saying? These blades are sharp, bruh. These blades know no race, color, or creed, you know what I'm saying? Anybody can catch the fade from these dual katanas, you know what I'm saying?
911, what is your emergency?
He's down the project now. I just seen him. I made him think I didn't know who he was.
Here Still talking about this shit.
With caution.
It's like I'm trying to avoid a ticket. I keep my digits at 10 and 2. Look out for men and women outfitted in color blue. That 2 and 10 make 12, and I say to hell with them piggies. It's like the last thing they want to do is protect my city. If anything gets a cracking, they gon' have to come get me. Cause I done came for some action, man. I ain't came for no pity. I'm who you want with the rock, when the clock in the clutch. And if you even look at me funny, I got the Glock in the tuck. They mad at me, speaking factually on every topic I touch. No slave mentality, nigga, my only masters is Dutch. I'm like the lawnmower man, I'm putting grass in the blunt. I've been presented with some opportunities and I ain't passing them up. It's Aaron on the boards, chance hat, pair of glasses and such. I burn sages, I fill the page, it's real extravagant stuff. I keep speaking words off the tablet as I stand on the bluff. And I might have the crowd screaming like pterodactyls and stuff.
Heavy is the head that weighs the crown.
True indeed.
Grow your son to be a king and he gon' make it out.
Make it out that motherfucker, man. Woo! I paid my dues, but I ain't stopping till it's paid in full. I can't relate to you, cause all you ever did was play the fool. My people eating, you can see that all the plates is full. See a nigga like me coming up, the fakes they hate to do. In certain circles, I'm a black bastard. I ain't mad at it, no niggas rocking sweats and track jackets attack your tax bracket. They take the air out your chest, make you a asthmatic, and going ape shit on a beat, boy, I got a bad habit. They think I'm stranger than fiction, baby, this shit real, a big deal. Why would I fucking lie to myself? Hip-hop is a giant party and I invited myself. I'm two-stepping it through the door and then I slide to the left. Jump out the car to the jet, then I fly to the left. Jetstream dreams, I landed in a spot to the west. Maybe a little Cali bud to help with easing my stress. I'm starting to get where I feel naked without a chain on my chest.
Heavy is the head that weighs the crown.
Heavy.
Grow your son to be a king and he gon' make it out.
He gon' make it.
Drop it.
We still at him.
Ooh, that's a different type. Cuttah, you a different motherfucking breed, boy. Let me rap with these niggas, bro. Hold on.
I'm sitting in my office creating masterpieces. Niggas at TSU can use my album as a master's thesis. The truth, they hate it when we speak it. Bottom line is it's gonna be some time for they can match my genius. I'm gliding like a mop, so my flow the cleanest. This the new definition of pain, and you gon' know the meaning. I grind, baby, I go hard. The bags under my eyes is Goyard. My mind overflowing with rhymes, it's like I'm Mozart. I'm outside peeping the line before my show starts.
All right, friends, that's our show. Thank you so much for listening as always, and a huge thanks to Negro Justice for joining us on our 250th episode. His creative output is really astounding, and I hope you're following him on all the things. Find him at Negro Justice on Twitter and at Negro_Justice on Instagram and NegroJustice87.bandcamp.com. All of that is linked in the episode description, of course. Find us at We Own This Town on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, where you'll get updates about all the new episodes from all of our We Own This Town shows. Visit our site, weownthistown.net, to find even more info about all of our podcasts and join that mailing list. You'll get a single weekly recap email about all the new episodes, as well as new announcements and some special treats. Email me if you want, Michael at weownthistown.net. Many thanks to Upright T-Rex Music for the music playing underneath me right now. Find them at uprighttrexmusic.com. Take care, keep wearing a mask indoors, get yourself a vaccine appointment, please. Get us to herd immunity. Thank you. I'll talk at you soon. Thank you so much. Bye.